Judge Hunter is presiding over Alexa's custody trial.
Is that a good thing?
There are certain judges in family court that naturally tend to favor the mother over the father. From what I understand, she is not one of them.
Okay, you don't actually think Rick is going to get custody of Molly, do you?
I think he stands a very good chance. This judge bases her decisions solely on the welfare of the child. Now, if Rick is able to convince her that your association with Alexis directly endangers Molly, she will be inclined to place Molly in the safer environment, which means giving Rick primary custody.
I don't care what you have to do, but you find a way to convince the judge to give Alexis custody.
Okay. In that case, our best bet is to play up Alexa's battle with cancer. If we can prove to the court that Rick has manipulated that situation to steal her job and seduce her daughter, then hopefully the court will be sympathetic.
Okay, can you find another way to help out Alexis?
Right now, I'm a little more concerned about helping you. With attempted murder charges still pending, it is in your best interest to stop visiting Lorenzo Alcazar in the hospital.
Something has Alcazar running scared. I just want to figure out what it is.
Sonny, Rick is going to use anything he can get his hands on to shore up his case against you. Don't do his work for him. Practice being a law-abiding citizen for a little while, or if you can't do that, just find a less public way to commit crime.
I didn't threaten Alcazar.
Yes, but that's your word against his, so why take the risk?
Excuse me. Hello?
Mr. Cortez, I'm sorry to bother you, but I didn't know who else to call.
Viola, what's wrong?
The police were here. They searched the house and they arrested Alexis for pot.
Okay, listen. Just calm down. Take care of the kids. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
What's going on? Rick had Alexis arrested.
On what ground?
Drug possession. She's been smoking weed because of the chemo. To help her out.
Well, that's not going to sit good with a custody charge.
Okay, while we're dealing with this, take a drive along the waterfront. Figure out what Alcazar's moving. Okay. I'll let you know.
Unbelievable. What do you want?
Information.
I had this conversation with Sonny earlier today.
We're gonna have it again. Who are you working with?
I work with a lot of people.
How many of those people want Sonny dead?
All of them.
Let me get to the point. Someone sent a sniper to take Sonny out. And I want to know who gave the order.
I'm a little surprised I'm not at the top of your list of suspects, Jason.
You're recovering from a brain injury, and that makes you vulnerable, so you would never take the chance. So who did?
You know, this is pointless. Any number of Sonny's enemies could have taken a hit.
You're not talking about Sonny's enemies. I want to know about your enemies, because somebody's making you nervous. Maybe they're threatening Sky or your little girl. I don't know. Who's got you scared, Alcazar? Who? And why did they try to kill Sonny?
I don't know who ordered the hit on Sonny.
But what about the shipment you told Sonny about? Who hired you to move it through Port Charles?
I was contacted by a third party. The buyer, the seller, the contents of the shipment, they were all kept confidential. All I know is that some powerful people from different parts of the world are very anxious about this shipment, and they want this transaction to go smoothly, so they will do anything to ensure that it does.
Why would you even move something without knowing what's inside?
I'm going to give you the same advice I gave Sonny. You want to live through this? You'll do what I'm doing. You'll speak only when spoken to. And you will stay out of their way.
Owner of that building? And buy it.
The Fender building?
Yes.
That's been vacant for years. Look, if you're looking to expand, I can...
We're having some surveillance issues, so just make the deal.
Okay, what if the owner doesn't want to sell?
Apply pressure.
I'll let you know when negotiations begin.
There's no negotiations. I just want you to buy the building.
Consider it done. Mr. Carritos?
Thank you. What happened? Alexis?
Well, Rick's got it back in the corner. He's using the drug charge as a way to get custody.
I mean, can Diane run interference?
I wish. What, Alexis wants to do it herself? She wants to negotiate a compromise.
With Rick.
If it doesn't work out the way Alexis wants, she's going to need a lot of help at the custody hearing, and that includes Carly's testimony.
She called, by the way. Carly and the boys are fine.
Where are they? What do you mean? They're my family. Come on, you can tell me.
Okay, it may be a good thing that they're out of town for a while.
Why?
Right there. You see that? Third floor?
Yeah.
Little window?
Right.
Okay. I saw movement up there earlier.
What's going on?
The place has a clear view of the coffee house door. Someone might have been waiting up there to take a shot at us.
Try to kill me. You got shot for his trouble. You think he's going to hire a sniper to try to do it again?
I mean, Alcazar has every reason to want you dead, but I don't think he ordered the head.
Well, when I was talking to him, he was pretty focused on this mysterious shipment.
I agree. I mean, whatever he's got going on, it's serious. I want by the hospital. Something has Alcazar scared.
Well, he claims the shipment's dangerous. I don't think he's bluffing. You know what? We should ease up on Alcazar for a little while. Let these shipments go by till we figure out what's going on. I don't want whatever he's got going on affecting us in any way.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next General Hospital.
On the next General Hospital.
You saved my life. Did I forget to thank you?
You coming on to Rodriguez? You never stop, do you?
I'm going to lose custody of Molly, and the only way to prevent that is to fight back. You were making a grave miscalculation.
I need you to find out everything there is to know about a shipment.
Hey, Doc.
What's up?
Oh. Wow, this is worse than I thought.
What?
Let's start with a couch.
Yeah, you should try it out. 7 points of comfort. It's great.
I thought you sent it back.
I reordered it.
And this furniture?
What about the furniture?
It all matches.
Interesting concept. You should try it at your place.
Robin did this, didn't she?
Look, listen to me, Professor. I ordered it myself.
Yeah, under her evil influence. You're in a lot more trouble than I realized here. Okay, so listen up. All this furniture that matches, that's the first step. Next thing, you're going to try and take a shower, and you won't be able to because of all the lacy unmentionables that'll be hanging out to dry. Before you know what hits you, she's going to be asking you to move in.
Well, I guess your lovely words of wisdom are a little too late. I already live here.
Robin, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were here.
Obviously.
I don't know how much you heard, but I hope you weren't offended.
My skin's pretty thick. Besides, your cynical perspective on all things romantic is hardly jaw-dropping.
Look, obviously, Pete barged in and jumped to his own erroneous conclusions. So let me just clarify so there's no mistakes. Robin didn't just descend on me. I asked her to move in. Lacy unmentionables and all. And for the record, she wasn't easy to convince.
Okay. Then I stand corrected. The place looks great. So I'm going to leave you two lovebirds to enjoy your new nest.
That was easy.
Yeah. A little too easy.
Well, so, do you feel like doing a little bit more shopping? I think we need a couple more knickknacks.
Knickknacks.
Yeah, you know, knickknacks. Those things that make a house a home.
If you say so, but I would be out of my element. I don't know the difference between a nick or a knack or one little patty whack that slapped me in the face.
That's why you have me. I have to go check on the patient, but then I will come right back to pick you up, okay? You all right?
Sure.
You seem a little distracted. I hope Pete's comments didn't make you rethink our living situation.
If anything, it had the opposite effect. Pete has no idea what he's talking about. How could he? No frame of reference.
So what's his problem then, anyway?
He lives in a state of arrested adolescence. He needs me to be the same way to feel validated. Look, I'm just warning you. I don't think Pete's gonna go away quietly.
Pete does not scare me. So tell him to bring whatever he's got. You're worth the fight. Bye.
Robin. Hey, I could use you on a consultation today if you have time.
Does it have to be now? I kind of have plans with Patrick.
No, tomorrow's fine. Far be it from me to stand in the way of true love.
Well, you couldn't if you tried.
Wow, that's confidence. I like that. So how is my son? I heard he moved out of the hotel. Is he camping out on floors surrounded by containers of takeout?
No, actually, because I rode it on my white Charger, and now he has an apartment with furniture and a roommate.
Well, if you tell me that roommate's you and not Pete Marquez, I'm a happy man.
Oh, you mean Professor Doom and Gloom? If he had it his way, I would be back in that loft so quickly I'd be jet-propelled.
Yeah, well, ignore him. I think in time he'll be gone.
One can only hope.
Well, anyway, this is great news. I mean, I'm very, very happy about this. I think you're the best thing that ever happened to him. I'm glad he's finally waking up to the fact, you know. Anyway, pictures file will be on your desk in the morning.
Good enough.
Hey, Rob. Hey. So, when you moved in with Patrick, you moved out so fast, you left behind the vase that you've been schlepping around since you were 18.
That's funny. I didn't even miss it.
Well, love will do that. It's probably too soon for you to know, but if your new living arrangements work out, Kelly and I were talking about turning your room into an office. I mean, there's no rush, you know, if you decide that you want it for a backup.
Oh, that's not necessary. Patrick and I are doing just fine.
How did I know you'd be back?
I'm double parked, so you don't have to hurry.
Where do you think you're dragging me? I'm not going.
When we were in college, we made man vows. So this is me sticking to my word. We're going to Vegas for 48 hours of mandatory drinking, gambling, and strippers.
Not interested.
Oh, why not? What, are you afraid that you can't stand up to temptation? I mean, if your love for Robin is so scary strong, then there's no chance that you're going to stray, right? And look on the bright side. You come to Vegas, and you manage to keep your pants zipped. Then I'll admit you found true love, okay? I'll wish you well, and I will leave you alone. Till death do us part, bud.
Okay, you're unbelievable. Tricking me to go to Vegas is not going to work.
Of all the guys that we partied with in college, that you would be the one to end up with a leash around your neck? It just pains me, man. And to top it off, you end up with a woman who's never even let loose in her life.
Now, you'd be surprised.
Not only does Robin have you by the... but she's also brainwashed you into thinking that you actually like it. I am your lifeline, so grab it. Let's go cut loose in Vegas. I mean, unless you're scared, and I would totally understand.
You want to go to Vegas with Pete? Don't let me stop you. If you want to go to Vegas with Pete, then by all means, that's what you should do.
I'm going to go ahead and interject here. First of all, she's giving you permission like you're her little boy. And second of all, she's testing you. The only choice that you're allowed to make is not to go.
You do not know me well enough to analyze me.
And you're completely off base, not to mention out of line. I'm not going to Vegas because, listen carefully, I don't want to go.
I'll get it.
Can't even answer your own door.
Our door.
Well, look who's here.
Happy housewarming.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, we were expecting you.
Yeah, I'm not going to stay. I just came by to deliver the gift and say how happy I am that you guys are moving in together.
Wow. Look at this. Thanks to Robin, you making peace with your dad. How touching. How domestic. When's the wedding?
Actually, Patrick should be so lucky. Robin's an extraordinary woman. Marrying her would be the best move he could make. And moving in together is a step in the right direction.
I rest my case.
Look, don't come in here bearing gifts, thinking that gives you the right to push your own agenda. My personal life with Robin is exactly that, personal. So stay out of it.
Fine. I just hope you're demanding the same thing of your good buddy Pete over there. At least I mean your relationship no harm.
Can we not do this? Noah was nice enough to come over and wish us well, which is more than I can say for some people, and I, for one, appreciate the gesture.
Well, I don't. You know why? Because it's not sincere. He's using our situation to dictate my life once again, and I'm not going down that road.
Hey, whatever. All right? I didn't come by to cause you problems. If my being here is causing you an issue, then I'll leave.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the gift.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I've seen you be rude to your father before, but that was just uncalled for.
It's called setting boundaries.
Who the hell asked you? This is between me and Patrick, and it would be nice if you had the decency to know when to leave.
So now, I have to take orders from her?
You know what? Pete is right about one thing. You don't get to try and push a relationship between me and my father.
I was not trying to do that. I didn't even know he was coming over here.
Because certainly I didn't tell him.
I'm not discussing this in front of Pete.
You know what? There's nothing to discuss. Pete and I are going to Vegas.
Oh. Well, I guess I already told you how I feel, so do whatever you want.
Okay.
You and Kelly need to clear your schedules.
What's going on?
We're going on a road trip.
You off to the hotel?
Oh, not directly. First, I want to stop by and see Alexis because she must be devastated after being hauled off to the PCPD like some, well, like me. What's wrong?
Somebody tried to kill Sonny yesterday. And I don't want you to be next. I found a sniper's nest across from Sonny's office.
Someone tried to shoot him.
No, but I don't know why they changed their mind. He was right there out in the open on the street. I mean, the sniper could have easily taken him out.
Oh, wait, any idea why?
My guess is this mysterious shipment Alcazar is expecting. Sonny's gonna let it go down, not intercept it, and then we're just gonna see what happens.
Okay. I mean, it sounds ominous.
Something is going on because Alcazar seems to be afraid. Okay, so maybe you just want to, stay close until this passes, or take a leave of absence from work.
A leave of absence? Jason, I just started the job. I can't take off of work.
I just need to know that you're safe.
Oh, look. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making me feel protected. But I can't just skip everything anytime some sort of trouble comes up. I'm going to have to stay at home, even though that sounds really nice. But I've got things to do. I've got to go see my mother today, and then I've got to go to work. So.
Okay, just promise me that you'll be careful, all right?
Yes, I swear.
Oh, dude, just come on, pay attention to your business. For me, I know I would.
Today,
You're my business.
Well, it looks like somebody is staying. And someone's going. Okay, I'll check in with
Yeah,
you.
please.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Jackal. I need you to find out everything there is to know about a shipment Alcazar is about to land.
this is awesome. I mean, Stone Cold turns to the Jackal for help. I mean, wow, the possibilities are mind-boggling. Just think about it, my brain, your brawn.
How about shut up and type?
Yeah, this is the part where you say, "Hi, Lulu. Nice to see you. Why don't you come on in?"
What are you doing here?
I'm taking Spinelli off your hand.
No, you're actually not. He's busy.
Why? What's he doing?
Nothing that concerns you.
Well, I need him.
Well, he'll call you later.
Oh, you're fighting over me. I love it.
Why are you holding him hostage when you don't even like him?
Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
He likes me. We're team.
What? Yeah, in your dreams. Okay, you got like tons of computer whiz criminals on your payroll. Why don't you just use them? Spinelli's all that I got. And my problem takes precedence.
What's your problem?
Oh, well, Lulu thinks your mom, or your dad, off Rick Weber and let Laura take the blame.
Attention to Spinelli, in case you haven't noticed, he confuses things.
What? I'm not confused about all the time I put into researching Alan Quartermain's hatred of Rick Weber. I mean, your request, too. I mean, I have no interest in it. I mean, I don't know these people. What do I care if they try to kill each other?
I need to speak to Lulu alone. Go upstairs, find me something. Don't come back down until you do.
Aye, aye, boss.
Yeah, okay. All right, I admit it. I believe that your mom rekindled a romance with Rick Weber in the summer of 2002, and something happened, and either she killed him, or Alan found out, and he did the deed.
I doubt it.
Well, that's because they're your parents, and tough guy or not, you don't want to believe that your parents are capable of murder. But I know that my mom isn't. Okay? Right before she slipped away, she told me that she was innocent, and if I can prove that...
What?
Well, maybe she'll come back.
You told me your mom's condition is physical, right?
Yes, it's psychomotor disassociation, and it can happen to someone who's been catatonic too long. But if the horror of thinking that she killed Rick Weber caused her to disassociate, maybe the relief of being exonerated will bring her back.
I don't think it works that way.
Okay, I think I missed the part where you have a medical degree.
You probably don't know much about what happened to me.
Just that your alky brother drove your head into a tree.
Yeah, that's right. And it gave me irreversible brain damage. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but when I woke up, I didn't remember or feel connected to anybody. The Quartermains were so desperate to bring me back, but they couldn't bring me back because I had a physical condition like Laura does.
So you're saying that I'm spinning my wheels and being irrational?
No, she's your mom. Of course you want to bring her back, but when somebody's brain is physically affected, there is no coming back. Nothing the Quartermains did or said to me could make me remember, and I'm pretty sure nothing you do is going to change your mom's condition.
I know. It's a stupid fantasy. It's like a kid believing in Sleeping Beauty. You can't wake someone up with a kiss, and you can't cure someone with the truth. I really want to prove that she's innocent.
Then you should do that.
I mean, I need to know for myself that my mom didn't kill Rick Weber.
I hope you're not mad at Lulu for suspecting your peeps. I mean, she's just trying to clear her mom's name.
If she wants to investigate Alan and Monica, it's up to her.
Hey, do you think, if Laura was exonerated, she might wake up?
Doesn't matter what I think. What'd you find out about the shipment?
Well, lucky for you, I had some inside knowledge on his transport system, because it's not easy to crack, so... Okay, so I checked, cross-checked all of Alcazar's planes, his ships, any vehicle or route that would be used to move something big are shut down. So that leads me to believe that whatever he's moving is something small. You know, maybe even small enough for one person to bring in.
Something that small would be easy to steal. So security is pivotal.
Hey, what are you looking at?
I gotta give it to Spinelli. This kid can find things that nobody else can find. It's amazing.
Was Angela Monroe a name you adopted when you struck out on your own? What do you find?
Information. It's about Alcazar's next shipment. How's Alexis doing?
You know, okay, she's determined to fight it, and it breaks my heart, really, because she's weak, she's sick. Jason the pup really helped, and now she can't take it because of Rick. Or maybe because of me.
How?
How? Because I'm the one who gave it to her in the first place.
Yeah, but you were trying to help your mom.
I know, but what if I helped her right into losing Molly? Jason promised me something. When we have a child, and if anything happens between the two of us, I don't know, if we fall out of love or stop trusting each other, just promise me we won't use our child as a weapon.
First of all, we're not gonna fall out of love.
Just promise.
Okay, I promise. Stay tuned for scenes from the next General Hospital.
The next General Hospital.
Mrs. Cassadine is here. Take me to my son immediately.
You are a jerk. Do you know that?
About time my wife came home.
She can't stop feeling for Sonny.
That's the problem with love. You can't control who you feel it for.
We have a chance to start over. Tonight could be a new beginning.
You off to the hotel?
Oh, not directly. First, I want to stop by and see Alexis, because she must be devastated after being hauled off to the PCPD like some, well, like me. What's wrong?
Somebody tried to kill Sonny yesterday. And I don't want you to be next. I found a sniper's nest across from Sonny's office.
Someone tried to shoot him.
No, but I don't know why they changed their mind. He was right there out in the open, on the street. I mean, the sniper could have easily taken him out.
Oh, wait, any idea why?
My guess is this mysterious shipment Alcazar is expecting. Sonny's gonna let it go down, not intercept it, and then we're just gonna see what happens.
Okay. I mean, it sounds ominous.
Something is going on because Alcazar seems to be afraid. Okay, so maybe you just want to, stay close until this passes, or take a leave of absence from work.
A leave of absence? Jason, I just started the job. I can't take off of work now.
I just need to know that you're safe.
Oh, look. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making me feel protected, but I can't just skip everything anytime some sort of trouble comes up. I'm going to have to stay at home, even though that sounds really nice, but I've got things to do. I've got to go see my mother today, and then I've got to go to work. So.
Okay, just promise me that you'll be careful, all right?
Yes, I swear.
Dude, just come on, pay attention to your business. For me, I know I would.
Hey, you're my business.
Well, it looks like somebody is staying. Haha. And someone's going. Okay, I'll check in with
Yeah,
you.
please.
All right.
Okay? Okay. Jackal. I need you to find out everything there is to know about a shipment Alcazar is about to land.
This is awesome. I mean, Stone Cold turns to the Jackal for help. I mean, wow, the possibilities are mind-boggling. Just think about it, my brain, your brawn.
How about shut up and type?
Yeah, this is the part where you say, "Hi, Lulu. Nice to see you. Why don't you come on in?"
What What are you doing here?
I'm taking Spinelli off your hand.
No, you're actually not. He's busy.
Why? What's he doing?
Nothing that concerns you.
Well, I need him.
Well, he'll call you later.
Oh, you're fighting over me. I love it.
Why are you holding him hostage when you don't even like him?
Wait, what does that have to do with anything?
He likes me. We're team, right?
Yeah, in your dreams. Okay, you got like tons of computer whiz criminals on your payroll. Why don't you just use them? Spinelli's all that I got. And my problem takes precedence.
What's your problem?
Oh, well, Lulu thinks your mom, or your dad off Rick Weber and let Laura take the blame.
Attention to Spinelli, in case you haven't noticed, he confuses things.
What? I'm not confused about all the time I put into researching Alan Quartermain's hatred of Rick Weber. I mean, your request, too. I mean, I have no interest in it. I mean, I don't know these people. What do I care if they try to kill each other?
I need to speak to Lulu. I'll go upstairs, find me something. Don't come back down until you do.
Aye, aye, boss.
Yeah, okay. All right, I admit it. I believe that your mom rekindled a romance with Rick Weber in the summer of 2002, and something happened, and either she killed him, or Alan found out, and he did the deed.
I doubt it.
Well, that's because they're your parents, and tough guy or not, you don't want to believe that your parents are capable of murder. But I know that my mom isn't. Okay? Right before she slipped away, she told me that she was innocent, and if I can prove that...
What?
Well, maybe she'll come back.
You told me your mom's condition is physical, right?
Yes, it's psychomotor disassociation, and it can happen to someone who's been catatonic too long. But if the horror of thinking that she killed Rick Weber caused her to disassociate, maybe the relief of being exonerated will bring her back.
I don't think it works that way.
Okay, I think I missed the part where you have a medical degree.
You probably don't know much about what happened to me.
Just that your alky brother drove your head into a tree.
Yeah, that's right. And it gave me irreversible brain damage. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but when I woke up, I didn't remember or feel connected to anybody. The Quartermains were so desperate to bring me back, but they couldn't bring me back because I had a physical condition like Laura does.
So you're saying that I'm spinning my wheels and being irrational?
No, she's your mom. Of course you want to bring her back, but when somebody's brain is physically affected, there is no coming back. Nothing the Quartermains did or said to me could make me remember, and I'm pretty sure nothing you do is going to change your mom's condition.
I know. It's a stupid fantasy. It's like a kid believing in Sleeping Beauty. You can't wake someone up with a kiss, and you can't cure someone with the truth. I really want to prove that she's innocent.
Then you should do that.
I mean, I need to know for myself that my mom didn't kill Rick Weber.
I hope you're not mad at Lulu for suspecting your peeps. You know, I mean, she's just trying to clear her mom's name.
If she wants to investigate Alan and Monica, it's up to her.
Hey, do you think, if Laura was exonerated, she might wake up?
Doesn't matter what I think. What'd you find out about the shipment?
Well, lucky for you, I had some inside knowledge on his transport system, because it's not easy to crack, so... So I cross-checked all of Alcazar's planes, his ships, any vehicle or route that would be used to move something big are shut down. So that leads me to believe that whatever he's moving is something small. Maybe even small enough for one person to bring in.
Something that small would be easy to steal. So security is pivotal.
Hey, what are you looking at?
I gotta give it to Spinelli. This kid can find things that nobody else can find. It's amazing.
Was Angela Monroe a name you adopted when you struck out on your own?
What do you find?
Information. It's about Alcazar's next shipment. How's Alexis doing?
Okay, she's determined to fight it, and it breaks my heart, really, because she's weak, she's sick. Jason the pup really helped, and now she can't take it because of Rick. Or maybe because of me.
How?
How? Because I'm the one who gave it to her in the first place.
Yeah, but you were trying to help your mom.
I know, but what if I helped her right into losing Molly? Jason promised me something. When we have a child, and if anything happens between the two of us, I don't know, if we fall out of love or stop trusting each other, just promise me we won't use our child as a weapon.
First of all, we're not gonna fall out of love.
Just promise.
Okay, I promise. Stay tuned for scenes from the next General Hospital.
The next General Hospital.
Mrs. Casadine is here. Take me to my son immediately.
You are a jerk. Do you know that?
About time my wife came home.
She can't stop feeling for Sonny.
That's the problem with love. You can't control who you feel it for.
We have a chance to start over. Tonight could be a new beginning.
Hey.
I just wanted to apologize for canceling our date the other night, especially after you made arrangements with Audrey to babysit.
No, it's totally fine. I mean, I understand, emergencies at work. And Graham, she didn't mind.
You mentioned something about a rain check.
Yeah, sure, anytime.
Okay, how about tonight?
I'm going to have to check with Graham before I can agree to dinner.
I already checked. She agreed to help.
Oh. Well, we're not getting into Giselle's.
Well, that's why I made reservations for us at MetroCourt. It's your favorite place.
Okay, it's so expensive.
You deserve a night out.
I don't want you to go through all this trouble.
After everything that's happened this past year, you could have easily turned your back on me, but you didn't.
I just want to see you move forward with your life.
And I can do that. Now that you've figured out Maxie was lying, all the guilt that I was carrying about the pregnancy and losing the baby, it's gone. The wall that Maxie was building between you and me, you tore it down.
Sometimes the truth changes everything.
We have a chance to start over. Tonight can be a new beginning. All you have to do is show up.
I'll be there. Nurse's station, 6th floor. Let me check. Are you here?
Yep, take a message.
I'm sorry she's not available at the moment. Can I take a message? Okay. Oh, thank you.
If that's my son calling to say that he can't make it for dinner, just throw it away.
It was Tyrell Quinn.
Who?
Tyrell. He says he misses your smile and he can't wait to see you.
If that no good, two-timing, promise-breaking dog ever calls here again and dares to ask for me, I want you to call the police.
Ooh, what'd he do?
He made me fall in love with him, then he runs off and marries another woman and leaves me with a baby to raise.
Well, Lansing wants to know why all the gangsters are suddenly on vacation. Who knows, but it works for me. I have dinner tonight with Elizabeth at MetroCourt, and I don't want anything to mess it up. I hadn't really thought about it, but the assignment that ruined my last day with Elizabeth came from Lansing. Makes you wonder. Maybe Lansing is trying to sabotage our reunion. Lansing can be pretty devious. Yeah, but he can't manipulate Elizabeth. I hope you're right. Elizabeth forced Maxie to admit she was lying. That means she still cares about me. Well, caring and wanting a reunion are two different things. Elizabeth went through hell when you were using. She might not be as ready. Okay, you know what? But I'm working the program now. Isn't part of the program to keep things simple or something like that? You're going through a lot. You may not want to rush into things. Well, you know what? Elizabeth and I could have got back together when my mom recovered, and I'm sure we can do it. What? I hope you're right. Is this going to be a problem? I don't want to discourage you. But as far as I remember, you and Elizabeth weren't all smooth sailing. Mm-hmm. And we got through it. What about the money problems, the medical bills? Elizabeth's been working double shifts since you guys got married. And when your brother offered you help, you almost took his head off. And we're going to get through it. And then you got jealous of Patrick Drake and you took it out on Elizabeth. I was afraid I was going to lose Elizabeth. I was seeing things that weren't there. But I learned how to handle it through the program. Elizabeth might not be ready to get back together as you are. That's all I'm saying. You know, I've known Elizabeth since she was the worst waitress at Kelly's ever. Even worse than your sister? Yeah, a disaster. She only kept the job there because of me. And then we became friends. We fell in love. I don't think our love ever really disappeared. I'm sure Elizabeth feels the same way.
Would you rather be alone?
I could use a distraction. I'm just thinking in circles right now.
Well, you picked a pretty chilly place to think.
I like it out here.
You know, whatever it is, you can say out loud and I'll listen. You've certainly done it enough for me.
Sonny and Carly got married again.
I heard.
It was supposed to be this little tactic so Carly couldn't testify against Sonny for shooting Alcazar, but Sonny wants more. And I knew that, and I pressured Carly into marrying him again. You see, she loves Jax, okay, or wants to love Jax, or whatever it is. It's her choice. I just feel like maybe I took advantage of our friendship and talked her into marrying Sonny when she didn't want to.
Why'd you do that?
To protect Sonny. And Carly, too. I mean, if Rick ever manages to send Sonny to prison, there's no way that he could survive there. And that would be horrible for Carly and the kids. Besides, she needs him whether she likes it or not.
Well, that all sounds reasonable.
I know it does. I put her in a position where she can really get hurt. For however much she loves Jax, she can't stop feeling for Sonny.
Yeah, that's the problem with love. You can't control when you feel it or who you feel it for.
Hello, Lucky. Are you checking up on the personal thing from yesterday?
Actually, it's personal. I'm taking Elizabeth to dinner tonight at the Metro Court, and I'd like to make some special arrangements.
It is so easy to promise to love someone forever, and to mean every word, and to make that commitment. But people change. Life changes us. We make choices, some good, some bad, and we end up living with the consequences.
Sometimes I think that's what life really is, choices and consequences.
And time. Because one day you'll wake up and you realize that you aren't the same person you were when you made those promises to the person you loved. And he isn't the same either. So then do those promises still count?
And if you give your word to always love someone and stand by them no matter what happens, and they betray you, I think all bets are off. But if the other person keeps their promise, then you have to keep it too.
Because a deal's a deal.
Right, yeah.
But what if both people break their promises? I mean, should they just hold on? Live with the disappointment, lower their expectations, and just be happy with what's left? Or should they set each other free?
Okay, Lucky. I got everything set up for tonight at the Metro Court restaurant. You and Elizabeth will have a table for two by the window. It's the best table, by the way. And I arranged for some flowers to arrive right after you're seated.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just assuming that there's got to be some big plans for tonight.
Yeah, Elizabeth and I, we've been together since high school. Did you know that? Well, we've been through some trouble, but... Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna, tonight's tonight. I'm gonna try and convince her to give us another try.
someone you love needs you, you stand by them, you know, you stay loyal, you have faith even when they're making mistakes.
Some mistakes are pretty difficult to get past.
Yeah, they are. But everybody makes mistakes. I think if you left someone who needs you, I don't think you could be happy.
You would never fail someone like that.
I don't know, I wouldn't want to.
It's even more complicated when a child is involved. Because every child has the right to the best life its parents can provide.
And I know that's what you want for your baby.
Is that what you want for yours?
Tonight, we're expecting a coffee shipment. Bernie said it's been delayed again. So I just don't know what...
Hey,
Welcome home.
thanks. I don't know if I'm glad to be back yet. You know, a lot of stuff going on here.
You know what, don't go in expecting a fight. When you took the boys and left, he did not come after you. That means he's trying.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Is he in his office? Because I really need to talk to him.
Hey,
What is going on?
pulling cappuccinos.
Why?
Boss relocated me.
Because you helped me.
Max, give me a double special right away.
You are a jerk. Do you know that?
It's about time my wife came home.
A lot has happened, okay? Maybe you guys just need a few minutes.
You don't even care how wrong this
Well,
is.
you know,
don't even
if
care.
my wife thinks that...
Stop calling me your wife.
But you are my wife.
Only in the legal sense and not for very long, and you
Then
know.
why are you so upset?
I'm upset. Stop trying to change the subject.
I'm not.
You're punishing Max because you're mad at me.
I am not mad at you.
Yes, you are. Why is Max standing there in an apron?
It looks like you're gonna have your hair.
Yeah, I knew this would happen.
Okay, just fill me in on it.
I'm so mad.
Okay, I understand. Boss, muffin? No, thank you. This is just...
I want you to tell me exactly what happened.
Well, I can't have a bodyguard I cannot trust.
How can you question his loyalty, Sonny?
Mrs. C, I was just...
He is selfless and devoted to you, and you
He's
know it.
devoted to you. That's the problem here.
Do all over again, Mr.
He distracted me so he could leave town with my children. That kind of behavior is unacceptable.
So he's going to be stuck behind a counter pouring coffee for the rest of his life. You have not changed at all. You're a bully. And now that you can't bully me, you're going to bully Max, and that's why we can't be together. Let me tell you something. This marriage is going to last as long as your legal problems. The second you're in the clear, we are getting a divorce. How could you demote Max? He would take a bullet for you. He has saved your life more than once, and he would do it again. What's
Max
wrong with
sent
you?
me off on a wild goose chase while you took my kids. You know what? Max is lucky to have a job. Am I right,
You
Jason?
let him get away with this, Jason.
It's his bodyguard. If he doesn't want him at the house, Carly.
Of course you're taking Sonny's side. What was I thinking? Of
No,
course you
Max
are.
lets you manipulate him. That could be dangerous.
Yep.
So you take your most loyal and reliable bodyguard and you put him behind a counter to pour coffee?
Look, you don't think things through, okay? And if he can't stay calm and rational when it comes to you...
Calm and rational? Calm and rational. I'm sorry, but didn't I just calmly and rationally marry Sonny to keep him out of prison?
You ran out of the ceremony and left to stay with my children before the, reception was over.
Are we married?
Yeah, but,
So what's the problem? Except that you calmly and rationally tried to take advantage of the situation like you always do. So I calmly and rationally packed up our children and took them snowboarding. So I could set some calm and rational boundaries, okay?
Okay, what do you mean boundaries?
That's the problem. I need boundaries, and you don't understand that.
Yeah, but that's why you shouldn't have left town. You should have stayed here so we can talk about what you need, what I need, and we can get those needs in sync.
No, don't.
No, I'm not flirting with you. I'm just saying that we're married and we got to communicate. And Max in the apron here, he interfered with that process. In addition to, lying to me.
So you admit that you were punishing Max because he was helping me draw a clear line between the two of us. You know what? I'm sorry, Max, that Sonny does not appreciate how valuable you are. But I'm not going to stand by and watch you pour coffee and lattes. I won't do it.
Mrs. C, I should...
Sonny doesn't appreciate you. You deserve better. I want you to come work for me.
That's good. Max, don't even listen to it.
Imagine, no more orders from Sonny. You want the job?
I don't know what to say. Say no.
Say yes.
Yes. Well, that hurts. Okay. You happy now that you saved Max from the espresso machine?
You don't appreciate Max, and now he can come work for me.
Max does whatever you want. That's why, whatever you say he does. That's why I had to do what I do.
Well, you don't have to worry about Max anymore because now he's mine, okay?
Oh.
You should be thanking me that I took this unreliable bodyguard off your hands. Thank you, Carly.
Okay. You're being childish.
I'm being childish. I'm not the one who fired poor Max.
I didn't fire poor Max. I just moved him to a more appropriate
You
position.
made him take off his gun and put on an apron. How petty and childish is that? And you know why you did it? Because he had the audacity and the courage to do me a favor. That's why you did it.
I don't pay Max to take orders from you.
Well, you don't pay him at all now.
Okay, well, you're the one who walked in my office when Alcazar was trying to kill me and
And
stuff.
conveniently saved your life,
And you also
Sonny.
set yourself up to be the prosecution's star witness by claiming you saw everything?
I was trying to defend you. Now I see that was a really huge mistake.
Okay, you did as much as I did to create this situation. And considering we've been married, 3 times, it's not the end of the world. But you still wanted to punish me by taking my children. Max should have never been involved.
You forced me to leave because you refused to treat this like a marriage of convenience.
Okay, we're having a disagreement right now. No, I'm saying it doesn't give you the right to take off my children. It's just not fair.
Sonny, I had to set boundaries before Michael and Morgan saw this stupid arrangement as something that was going to last, okay?
What makes you think it's not going to last?
This is why I didn't want to marry you, because you refused to see
Stop. This isn't just about you, Carly, or you, Sonny. All this fighting and dragging the kids off anytime you feel like it, don't you think this could hurt Michael and Morgan?
That's what I said from the beginning, Jason!
You had to marry Sonny. We all knew the reasons, okay? But Michael and Morgan are a part of this now, so work it out. Both of you, come up with some plan to live together, live apart. I don't even care. Do whatever you need to do. Figure out a way to deal with each other that doesn't hurt the kids.
Would you rather be alone?
I could use a distraction. I'm just thinking in circles right now.
Well, you picked a pretty chilly place to think.
I like it out here.
Whatever it is you can say out loud and I'll listen. Certainly done it enough for me.
Sonny and Carly got married again.
I heard.
It was supposed to be this legal tactic so Carly couldn't testify against Sonny for shooting Alcazar, but Sonny wants more. And I knew that, and I pressured Carly into marrying him again. You see, she loves Jax, okay, or wants to love Jax, or whatever it is. It's her choice. I just feel like maybe I took advantage of our friendship and then talked her into marrying Sonny when she didn't want to.
Why'd you do that?
To protect Sonny. And Carly, too. I mean, if Rick ever manages to send Sonny to prison, there's no way that he could survive there. And that would be horrible for Carly and the kids. Besides, she needs him whether she likes it or not.
Well, that all sounds reasonable.
I know it does. I put her in a position where she can really get hurt. For however much she loves Jax, she can't stop feeling for Sonny.
And that's the problem with love. You can't control when you feel it. Or who you feel it for. It is so easy to promise to love someone forever. And to mean every word and to make that commitment. But people change. Life changes us. And we make choices, some good, some bad, and we end up living with the consequences.
Sometimes I think that's what life really is, choices and consequences.
And time. Because one day you'll wake up and you realize that you aren't the same person you were when you made those promises to the person you loved. And he isn't the same either. So then do those promises still count?
And if you give your word to to always love someone and stand by them no matter what happens, and they betray you, I think all bets are off. But if the other person keeps their promise, then you have to keep it too.
Because a deal's a deal.
Right, yeah.
But what if both people break their promises? I mean, should they just hold on, live with the disappointment, lower their expectations, and just be happy with what's left? Or should they set each other free?
Your love needs you. You stand by them, you know, you stay loyal, you have faith even when they're making mistakes.
Some mistakes are pretty difficult to get past.
Yeah, they are. But everybody makes mistakes. I think if you love someone who needs you, I don't think you could be happy.
You would never fail someone like that.
I don't know, I wouldn't want to.
And it's even more complicated when a child is involved. Because every child has the right to the best life its parents can provide.
And I know that's what you want for your baby.
Is that what you want for yours?
On the next General Hospital. Why are you so invested in me and Elizabeth getting back together?
I don't understand what a child that doesn't exist has to do with anything.
Maybe your child does exist. I'm trying to move on. Jax is better for me.
You know, deep down, what we had is a lot stronger.
I want my child to have the best life possible. I want it surrounded by love, to feel secure. I would want it. I don't understand what a child that doesn't exist has to do with anything.
Well, maybe your child does exist.
I think I know if I had a kid, unless you know something that I don't.
Well, I know that you and Sam are trying to have a baby, right? And for all we know, she could be pregnant as we speak. And if she's not, then it's only a matter of time. And when that happens, you're going to be faced with all kinds of choices. And I realize parenting doesn't compare risk-wise to what you do for Sonny.
Oh, no, but it does. I mean, I can do my job and my blood pressure doesn't even rise, but having a kid that scares me more than anything ever has. I'm just afraid of the one thing most parents take for granted, and that's the kid's safety.
I assume you talked this over with Sam?
Yeah, you know, she knows how I feel about it. I don't keep bashing over the head with my doubts, you know, and it just kind of get in the way of...
So you protect her by keeping her from the truth. That's exactly what I do with Lucky. But are we really protecting them, or are we just making it worse? That's the question I'm constantly agonizing over.
Now, this is the first time you brought up that you're keeping something from Lucky. What is it you're hiding? You keep doing this stop and start a thing like you're on the verge of telling me something, but you always pull back.
Sorry. I realize I haven't been very articulate lately. It's just my mouth mirroring my brain. I'm just trying to figure out a way to make Lucky accept that I can't be with him. That's all.
Because of the drugs, or is there something else?
Drugs are a big part of it. I don't want my kids growing up maneuvering around minefields of secrets and resentment.
That's the part I'm missing right there. What secrets?
I really gotta stop dropping my problems in your lap.
I don't mind if it helps, but lately it doesn't seem to be helping.
It always helps talking to you. But in the end, I'm left with my life. much like the one you share with Sam. And I find myself repeating things over and over to Lucky, and it's just not getting through.
I thought you told Lucky flat out that you weren't going back to him.
I did. But I'm having dinner with him tonight. Anyway. It's probably a mistake because it just keeps him holding on to hope, but...
Maybe you are, too.
No, that much I'm clear on. I've got to go.
I hope you've enjoyed your flight with us. We'll be making our descent into Port Charles momentarily.
What's going on? Nothing. No activity in Alcazar's ships or any of his peers.
I'm not surprised, but Alan said that whatever's coming in is going to be hand-carried.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it isn't big.
True enough. Alcazar doesn't scare easily. At least he doesn't admit it.
He is out of his league. On this one, it could backfire on all of us.
That's what I try to tell Carly. I mean, my gut says that, I got to watch my back. I got to protect the family. A big surprise, she fought me tooth and nail. She thinks this is all big manipulation, when in actuality, it's not.
Can you really blame her?
Whose side are you on?
I'm just saying, from Carly's point of view, can you blame her?
Well, Carly's point of view is all about Jax. She, couldn't wait to throw it in my face. He's the path to true happiness, the end all. But what you need to do is you need to talk to Carly and convince her, at least because of this situation right now, to grab the kids and stay at my house until this Alcazar thing is over.
If Carly is hiding behind Jax, maybe she's afraid that you're going to break through her defense.
Well, she's not the only one who's afraid. Because I know in my heart, this may be the last time I have, to get my wife back.
What are you implying?
Come on, Carly, you are nobody's pushover. You're a strong woman, deeply opinionated, and for the most part, you get exactly what you want.
Okay, so?
All I'm saying is I just don't see you as the kind of person who would marry someone that she didn't love. That's why I was all set to marry Jax.
I love him, Sam. I do. Unfortunately, I walked into Sonny's office the day he shot Lorenzo in the head. That's the only reason I'm in this farce of a marriage, okay? I don't want to testify against Sonny and put the father of my children in prison. That's as far as this goes.
I just don't know if Jax is going to buy that, knowing your history with Sonny.
Well, I'm praying that he does if I get a chance to tell him.
Okay, listen, I've learned a few things over the past couple of years. I'm going to share something with you. Sometimes fate throws a wrench in our best laid plans, pushes us in a different direction toward different people, forces us to do things and make choices we normally wouldn't make.
I'm impressed by your philosophical insight.
Carly,
Oh, wow, gee, let me guess. Sonny sent you over here to tell me to move in with him because it's for my own good. How am I doing? Right. Okay, whatever. I'm going to deal with Sonny myself. I'm going to talk to him. Can you please stay here with the boys?
I can stay too.
Yeah. Let him know I'm here.
Great. I'm just wondering how graciously you'd accept your lofty theory on fate. If it were your plans, I got screwed and Elizabeth wound up pregnant with Jason's baby instead of Lucky's.
So did Mom tell you?
Tell me what?
That we are moving back in with Dad?
I just saw your mom. She didn't say anything like that.
Well, Dad was talking into it. And then everything will be finally back to normal.
Okay, buddy, I thought you understood your mom married your dad to help him out of a jam. They're not going to stay married.
Sure they will. They love each other.
There are different kinds of love, yeah, and marriage isn't always about love, but it could end up that way. But this marriage was about doing the right thing. I'm the next general hospital.
What happened last night can never happen again.
I won't tell anybody. It'll be our little secret.
I've got the shipment stored here at the hotel. In this building, don't worry, it's secure.
Get everyone out! Get everyone out now!
loved, to feel secure. I would want it. I don't understand what a child that doesn't exist has to do with anything.
I don't know, maybe your child does exist.
I think I know if I had a kid, unless you know something that I don't.
Well, I know that you and Sam are trying to have a baby, right? And for all we know, she could be pregnant as we speak. And if she's not, then it's only a matter of time. And when that happens, you're going to be faced with all kinds of choices. And I realize parenting doesn't compare risk-wise to what you do with your son.
Oh, no, but it does. I mean, I can do my job and my blood pressure doesn't even rise, but having a kid that scares me more than anything ever has. I'm just afraid of the one thing most parents take for granted, and that's the kid's safety.
I assume you talked this over with Sam?
Yeah, you know, she knows how I feel about it. I don't keep bashing her over the head with my doubts, you know, and it just kind of get in the way of...
So you protect her by keeping her from the truth. That's exactly what I do with Lucky. But are we really protecting them, or are we just making it worse? That's the question I'm constantly agonizing over.
Now, this isn't the first time you brought up that you're keeping something from Lucky. What is it you're hiding? You keep doing this stop and start thing like you're on the verge of telling me something, but you always pull back.
Sorry. I realize I haven't been very articulate lately. It's just my mouth mirroring my brain. I'm just trying to figure out a way to make Lucky accept that I can't be with him. That's all.
Because of the drugs, or is there something else?
Drugs are a big part of it. I don't want my kids growing up maneuvering around minefields of secrets and resentment.
That's the part I'm missing right there. What secrets?
I really gotta stop dropping my problems in your lap.
Elizabeth, I don't mind if it helps, but lately it doesn't seem to be helping.
It always helps talking to you. But in the end, I'm left with my life. Just like the one you share with Sam. And I find myself repeating things over and over to Lucky, and it's just not getting through.
I thought you told Lucky flat out that you weren't going back to him.
I did. But I'm having dinner with him tonight. Anyway. It's probably a mistake because it just keeps him holding on to hope, but...
Maybe you are, too.
No, that much I'm clear on. I've got to go.
I hope you've enjoyed your flight with us. We'll be making our descent into Port Charles momentarily.
What's going on? Nothing. No activity in Alcazar ships or any of his peers.
I'm not surprised, but Allie said that whatever's coming in is going to be hand-carried.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it isn't big.
True enough. Alcazar doesn't scare easily. At least he doesn't admit it.
He is out of his league. On this one, it could backfire on all of us.
That's what I try to tell Carly. I mean, my gut says that, I got to watch my back. I got to protect the family. But big surprise, she fought me tooth and nail. She thinks this is all big manipulation, when in actuality, it's not.
Can you really blame her?
Whose side are you on?
I'm just saying, from Carly's point of view, can you blame her?
Well, Carly's point of view is all about Jax. She, couldn't wait to throw it in my face. He's the path to true happiness, the end all. But what you need to do is you need to talk to Carly and convince her, at least because of this situation right now, to grab the kids and stay at my house until this Alcazar thing is over.
If Carly is hiding behind Jax, maybe she's afraid that you're going to break through her defense.
Well, she's not the only one who's afraid. Because I know in my heart, this may be the last time I have, to get my wife back.
What are you implying? Come on, Carly, you are nobody's pushover. You're a strong woman, deeply opinionated, and for the most part, you get exactly what you want. Okay, so? All I'm saying is I just don't see you as the kind of person who would marry someone that she didn't love. That's why I was all set to marry Jax. I love him, Sam. I do. Unfortunately, I walked into Sonny's office the day he shot Lorenzo in the head. That's the only reason I'm in this farce of a marriage, okay? I don't want to testify against Sonny and put the father of my children in prison. That's as far as this goes. I just don't know if Jax is going to buy that, knowing your history with Sonny. Well, I'm praying that he does if I get a chance to tell him it. Okay, listen, I've learned a few things over the past couple of years. I'm going to share something with you. Sometimes fate throws a wrench in our best laid plans, pushes us in a different direction toward different people, forces us to do things and make choices we normally wouldn't make. I'm impressed by your philosophical insight.
Carly,
Oh, wow, gee, let me guess. Sonny sent you over here to tell me to move in with him because it's for my own good. How am I doing? Right. Okay, whatever. I'm going to deal with Sonny myself. I'm going to talk to him. Can you please stay here with the boys? I can stay too.
Yeah. Let him know I'm here.
Great. I'm just wondering how graciously you'd accept your lofty theory on fate. If it were your plans that got screwed and Elizabeth wound up pregnant with Jason's baby instead of Lucky's.
So did Mom tell you
Tell me what?
that we are moving back in with Dad?
I just saw your mom. She didn't say anything like that.
Well, Dad will talk her into it. And then everything will be finally back to normal.
Okay, buddy, I thought you understood your mom married your dad to help him out of a jam. They're not going to stay married.
Sure they will. They love each other.
There are different kinds of love, yeah, and marriage isn't always about love, but it could end up that way. But this marriage was about doing the right thing. I'm the next General Hospital.
What happened last night can never happen again.
I won't tell anybody. It'll be our little secret.
I got the shipment stored here at the hotel. In this building. Don't worry, it's secure.
Get everyone out! Get everyone out now! Okay, I'm on top of everything. I double-checked. I triple-checked. The flowers are going to be delivered as soon as Elizabeth arrives. And then I went a little bit further than giving you the best seat in the house. I made sure that nobody sits next to you so you can have all the privacy you need. And for your enjoyment, dessert on the house.
But the freebies aren't necessary.
No, it's not a freebie. It's my gift, my contribution to the evening.
Why?
Why? Come on, Lucky, I want to see you and Elizabeth have a good evening.
I happen to know that you and Elizabeth aren't the best of friends, so I have to ask. Why are you so invested in me and Elizabeth getting back together?
Well, I want my child to have the best life possible. I want it surrounded by love, to feel secure. I would want it... Well, I don't understand what a child that doesn't exist has to do with anything.
Maybe your child does exist. I know you and Elizabeth are having problems you're trying to get past.
True, but my problems with Elizabeth are not your fault.
I don't know. I might have had something to do with it.
And how would that work?
Rick has been hanging around Elizabeth lately, and, if it weren't for me, he would have a marriage to go home to.
I got hooked on pills. I lied. I had an affair. Those are the reasons Elizabeth doesn't trust me. Not because of you, and not because of Rick.
It's admirable that you're trying to take responsibility here, but guess what? We all make bad choices, and I would lay odds that Elizabeth has made a few of her own.
Not like I have.
Okay, look, all I'm saying is I know what it's like to live down your past, and it would be a lot easier for you to run away from your problems. Instead, you are facing them head on, and I'm pulling for you.
For what it's worth.
Well, I think I know if I had a kid, unless you know something that I don't.
Well, I know that you and Sam are trying to have a baby, right? And for all we know, she could be pregnant as we speak. And if she's not, then it's only a matter of time. And when that happens, you're going to be faced with all kinds of choices. And I realize parenting doesn't compare risk-wise to what you do for Sonny.
No, but it does. I mean, I can do my job and my blood pressure doesn't even rise, but having a kid that scared me more than anything ever has. I'm just afraid of the one thing most parents take for granted, and that's the kid's safety.
I assume you talked this over with Sam?
Yeah, you know, she knows how I feel about it. I don't keep bashing her over the head with my doubts, you know, and it just kind of get in the way of...
So you protect her by keeping her from the truth. That's exactly what I do with Lucky. But are we really protecting them, or are we just making it worse? That's the question I'm constantly agonizing over.
Yeah, this isn't the first time you brought up that you're keeping something from Lucky. What is it you're hiding? You keep doing this stop and start thing like you're on the verge of telling me something, but you always pull back.
Sorry. I realize I haven't been very articulate lately. It's just my mouth mirroring my brain. I'm just trying to figure out a way to make Lucky accept that I can't be with her. That's all.
Because of the drugs, or is there something else?
Drugs are a big part of it. I don't want my kids growing up maneuvering around minefields of secrets and resentment.
That's the part I'm missing right there. What secrets?
I'm really gonna stop dropping my bombs in your lap.
I don't mind if it helps, but lately it doesn't seem to be helping.
It always helps talking to you. And in the end, I'm left with my life. Just like the one you share with Sam. And I find myself repeating things over and over to Lucky, and it's just not getting through.
I thought you told Lucky flat out that you weren't going back to him.
I did. But I'm having dinner with him tonight. Anyway. It's probably a mistake because it just keeps him holding on to hope. But
maybe you are, too.
No, that much I'm clear on. I've got to go.
You start out thinking you know your own boundaries, the things you'd never do, then one day you realize you've broken all your own rules.
You know, that has happened to me more times than I care to admit, but we are all entitled to make mistakes. You just can't let them cripple you. So you gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back to the business of repairing the damage. That's why when I hear about you and Elizabeth, I get the feeling that she is going to forgive you.
Well, forgiveness isn't the issue. It's the trust that's been broken.
Okay, so what do? You got to rebuild it. And stay positive, will you? I mean, go on, think about it. Would she really have agreed to have dinner with you if she wasn't considering some sort of reconciliation? Duty calls.
Hey, thanks for everything.
Anytime. I'm rooting for you.
Wow, Lucky, you went through all this fuss for little old me. I'm so flattered.
Oh, wait, no, it's not for me, is it?
No, Smarty, it's for Elizabeth. Do you think I went overboard?
No, I mean, it's beautiful, but why ask my opinion? This is out of my league. I've never been wined and dined by anyone except for Elvis, who was unfortunately imaginary. Is that what I think it is?
You want to take a look?
Wow, Lucky, that's incredible. Are you really gonna ask Elizabeth to marry you again?
I know it's a long shot, but I still love her. Hey.
Hey,
What's up?
you're not here to tell me that Lucky got called into work, are you?
No. As far as I know, he's upstairs waiting for you. I'm here following up on a purse snatching.
Purse snatching? Isn't that a little,
Trivial? Yeah, I got busted down until I can appropriately appreciate Dear Lansing's personal approach to the justice system.
Oh.
Anyway, I saw you come in, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk to you about Lucky.
Okay.
He's really looking forward to tonight.
We have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, somehow it didn't seem as heavy on him as it does on you. Maybe I should just mind my own business.
No, well, you're in it now. It's not like our problems are a big secret, so go ahead.
Lucky's got a tough fight on his hands, and he's winning. But it's a daily battle. I don't know what's on tap for you two, but I'm afraid and I believe that if any major disappointment slaps Lucky in the face, he's gonna crash and burn. I understand.
So, Elizabeth.
Why do I feel a butt coming on?
Maybe because she's the one who filed for divorce that came through, 2 weeks ago?
You think I'm rushing her?
Don't you? Just a little.
Elizabeth went out of her way to prove that Maxie was lying about her pregnancy. That means she still cares about me.
Caring is one thing. It's a stretch to think.
You know what, just, you can spare my feelings, all right? If you think that I'm spinning my wheels, just say so.
I don't know enough about Elizabeth's frame of mind to offer a real opinion. I just don't want you to get hurt.
That's a risk I have to take. I need to be honest with Elizabeth about what I feel and what I want for us. That way the door is always open for Elizabeth to be honest with me.
The other day, Lucky and I pulled a drug bust. He wound up standing over a table of hydrocodone.
And?
And I could see that a part of him wanted to pop a few, but he didn't. Because he wants to be worthy of you and your kids.
Well, we're not the reason he should be staying clean.
Well, we use whatever we need to get by. I mean, I can think of a lot worse motivations. Look, all I'm saying is that Lucky's on a good path right now. And the longer he keeps walking it, the easier it'll be. Unless
what?
Unless he's hit in the face with the fact of losing you for good. If that happens, all bets are off. Lucky won't have anything to stay clean for. I'm sorry, look. I shouldn't be sticking my nose in it like this.
It's okay. It's alright, you're just trying to be a good friend.
Well, I had my say. The rest is up to you. Thanks for hearing me out.
Yeah. Wow, you really pulled out all the stops.
Sorry. You look fantastic.
I have a delivery for Elizabeth Weber.
Thank you. Are you my lady?
It's almost exactly like the bouquet you gave me when we first fell in love.
Okay, it's kind of stretching it. You know, I found the coffee can in the trash. When I picked the flowers from your grandmother's garden.
It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Do you remember I loved it so much? It inspired my first and probably my last still life.
Do you remember what you said after painting it?
Yeah, that I never wanted to forget the flowers or any of the feelings that went with them.
I think you were honest.
Lucky.
Please. Let me finish. I know I put you through hell this past year. But I think it's about time that we put the past behind us and focus on the future.
you, Elizabeth. Even in my darkest days, I never stopped. And I'm hoping somewhere inside, underneath the hurt, that you still love me too. So I'm asking you from my heart, even if you can't give me an answer right away. Will you marry me?
To save are spectacular during our going out of business sale, only at America's Furniture Club. Come see us today.
Judge Alex, today at 3 on ABC 26.
Mac! Captain! Someone's climbed out, behind the sign. One of the hostages? They're all in black, wearing a mask. It's one of the perps.
Hold your fire! Hold your fire till you hear my word!
I don't see a weapon.
Be ready to shoot if he pulls the gun or makes a threatening move.
It's Sam, hold your fire! Hold your fire!
Longest fire turn slow! Get everyone out! You gotta get everyone out now!
Let's go! Wait. If they're gonna kill everyone in there, we storm the place. Hold it.
What's going on
They're gonna get you! Get everyone out now, Mac! Go! Come on!
Calm down.
Hit him with the tear gas. Go on my command. They're gonna know we're coming. At least they won't be able to see us. We gotta get them out of there. Go! Nicholas here. I don't know.
Has anyone seen Jason?
Hold on back. Nicholas, how is she? I don't know. Emily's done everything she can.
He's dead!
Hey, Emily!
Look at this.
You're right about St. Petersburg.
I know.
Can you believe Lena was about to have him baptized?
Yeah, I can't. I can't believe she'd do that just to get her own way.
I'm with Mello, the one. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad he's... So, where's Colleen?
She's awaiting trial in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll extradite her back to New York. Hey, big
You better lock her up for the rest of her life.
Spencer is looking so good. Dr. O'Donnell's just going to come and have a look and just make sure everything's okay. Here's Dr. O'Donnell. Yes, you do. Hey.
Yeah, let's take a look at your boy. He's had quite an adventure from what I'm told.
Yes.
Okay. We'll be back.
Okay.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how hard I've been praying for this moment that Spencer would be brought home safely and Nicholas would find some peace.
Yeah, I can't think anything more devastating than the idea of losing your child forever.
Yeah.
Yes, I love you. Oh, come down here. Right there. Oh, there you go. Waitress. Round a shot, please.
Soda, please. It's the middle of the day.
How can you betray us like this, Dr. Drake? You virtually ignored Las Vegas. A very hot flight attendant asked to share her layover with you, and you turned her down. And now this? Look at this. This, my friend, is the finest entertainment that Port Charles has to offer. And it's your chance to assert your independence. You can't be bothered.
You gotta have papers to grade or something.
Hey, listen. Papa Hemingway would empathize. In fact, he would insist. He'd probably be up there doing a lambada with Bambi if he wasn't dead already. Which you should be, you know, with all the joy you're getting out of life now.
Clearly, I've outgrown the idea of joy.
I'm trying to save you here, all right? But you're not helping me out. Are you that far under Robin's thumb?
See, that only worked long enough to get me on the plane, which I regret taking now. Since then, I've watched you shove dollar bills into strippers' G-strings all over Vegas and back again. I'm officially over it.
It's not my fault.
Oh, well, it's certainly not my fault.
If I had it my way, we'd be licking whipped cream off the abs of some hunky stripper in Atlantic City right now.
Whoa, it's still early. You never know.
You know what? If we were in Atlantic City, that would be really bad.
We'd really be in trouble, like we are now. Oh.
Hi there.
Hi.
Congratulations on your new job.
Thank you.
I'm working for Carly. She's your boss. Good luck. It'll get easier when Jack's here.
Oh, no. I actually plan to keep my distance from both of them. I'd like to think that I can handle this job on my own without any help from either of the owners.
You can, and you will. It's very commendable.
Thank you. I'm sure you didn't come here to get an update on my employment.
Actually, I came to find out where Carly is because I need to speak to her.
Oh, that's easy. I think she's at Sunny's.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Alexis.
Yeah.
If you need any help, if you need to put me on the stand and grill me about that night with Rick, by all means, do so. Whatever is going to help you keep Molly.
I appreciate that. But here's the thing about family court. Rick can sleep with his wife's daughter. They don't much care. I can smoke some pot to ease the pain of chemo. I can lose my kid.
Why am I only finding out right now that a shipment arrived last night? Don't worry, it's secure. Well, from what I've seen, I'll set out to make good on these assurances.
That's why I've had the shipment stored here at the hotel.
It's in this building.
The Metro Court has a state-of-the-art vault without the inconvenience of a federally regulated paper trail. I made no record of the transaction, so I'll release it as agreed, get my money, and be done with it.
Well, why wait? I can take the shipment off your hands right now.
What do you mean Alcazar's at the Metro Court? He just got out of the hospital. Just keep your distance, tail him.
What are you doing here?
I live here, remember? With you.
I thought you'd be at the office, working.
Oh. So if you knew that I was here, you want to come home? Well, I can't say I blame you after what happened last
I came by to tell Michael and Morgan that their cousin Spencer is home safe and sound. Nicholas called.
Yeah, he called here too. I told Michael and Morgan they're very relieved, and they've been pretty stressed out, you know, since the Christmas pageant. So, you know, go ahead, you can stick around.
Don't. Because what happened last night can never happen again.
General Hospital on ABC, brought to you by Requip.
Feline favorites from Friskies.
How far must you travel to meet children living in unthinkable conditions? Not far at all. Tonight, The Children Next Door, filled with hope and desire that burns into your heart, living without what most of us take for granted. Their lives hidden from us in plain sight. But tonight, that changes. Diane Sawyer, 1 year of reporting. 1 hour unlike any on television. A special 2020 event, tonight at 10 on ABC.
Your proposal last night was beautiful. And I was really touched by everything that you said.
I never stopped loving you. I understand that you need time to think about it. I just wanted you to know how I felt before.
Before what?
We're having a baby, Elizabeth. Don't you want us to be married before our child is born?
I've got a Jacob Miller who says he was assaulted by Dr. Scorpio. Want to tell me what happened, Ron?
The couch. That's what happened.
Sorry. Sorry, but I don't follow.
If you want to grab dinner after your shift, I'd be happy to explain everything.
Excuse me, can we please get out of these handcuffs first? Are these part of your plans for the evening?
Oh! Excuse me, detective?
Yes.
Patrick Drake? He's the man you need to arrest.
I'm guessing he's the guy with the couch.
He said he wanted me to live with him, and then he went to Vegas with his Pete pal, his old frat friend. And so I decided, me and my friends, these two amazing, intelligent women, that we would go on our own trip. You know, like Thelma and Louise and Mother Teresa.
Hey, excuse me, I can be just as slutty as you two.
Oh, no.
No.
Anyway, just don't interrupt. I'm telling a story. So, detective.
So you got started at the airport bar?
Yes. See, we were having a few cocktails, waiting for the plane to board, when this man sits next to Robin.
He was a one-man hit parade.
Oh, he hit on her.
He needed a reality check.
Says here you, scissor kicked him off his bar stool?
Should have been Patrick.
So You've sabotaged this whole trip, you know that? You haven't paid attention to a single stripper. You played nickel slots. You've drank, I think, a total of 2 beers in the past 24 hours. You know what? It's pathetic how you've fallen from greatness.
What made me think any of this was fun?
You are such a has-been. You used to be my idol. Well, sort of. And now you're just a lovesick, whooped puppy.
Thank you. But you know what? I've done the whole showgirl, flight attendant, hangover thing. I'm in love.
Love doesn't exist outside of the printed page.
No, you're wrong. Trust me. You're missing the real poetry, Professor.
Poetry? You're the one who said you'd never go down this road. Do you remember saying, life is too short for long-term relationships? You remember that?
I remember saying it, but you know what? Robin changed my perspective, and I'm grateful.
Robin? What about Bambi? Now that, my friend, that is poetry in motion. And you know what? She has been checking you out ever since we sat down, right?
Hate to break it to you, good buddy, but strippers are paid to stare at guys. It's part of their job description.
Oops.
Oops. Like she fell from the heavens.
I have to call my girlfriend now.
Rick found a baggie of pot, or I should say his policemen found that when they had a nice old search warrant to prove that I'm an unfit mother.
Yes, but there's also proof that you have cancer.
That would matter if we were in the state of California or the other 10 states where medicinal marijuana is legal, but unfortunately that's not the case in New York, so I'm just going to have to take the high road, hope for a sympathetic judge that feels that it's in Molly's best interest to stay with me.
You'll get your product, Mr. Craig, exactly as I was instructed.
The longer that shipment waits to be transferred, the greater the chance that something could go wrong.
Well, I was shot in the head and poisoned. I still managed to put my hand at the tail. So you get the product, as agreed,
not a minute before.
When the American colonists waged their war against England, they were a ragtag army fighting the most powerful military force in the world. The English were well-trained, well-equipped. They marched in perfect formation. But the colonial army hid in trees and trenches, breaking all the rules of honorable engagement, and in the process winning the war. My point being, sometimes playing by the rules can cost you everything.
I'm telling you, Sonny, if you even try to kiss me again, I am taking the boys and I'm moving home.
The boys are home, and this could be your home too.
I don't want this to be my home. I have a home, and you know what's great about that home? You don't live there.
You're overreacting, just like you ran into the guest house and you locked the door. Maybe because you couldn't trust yourself because you walked out.
I moved here because you said there was danger, okay? So if you try and take advantage of that situation and you try to come on to me, I am out of here. Do you get that? I'm gone. I love Jax.
Has he called you?
This marriage is a technicality, okay? That is it. If you keep doing this, I don't care if Rick locks you away forever. I'm going to fly to the Dominican Republic and get a divorce. That's what I'm going to do.
You're not going to do that. You would never put me through that, just like I would never put you through something like that because we have a special bond. And you can deny it all you want. No, you can deny it all you want, but it's there.
Yes, it's there, but this bond doesn't mean we're sharing a life together, and it doesn't mean that you get to take advantage of my compassion.
So you feel sorry for me?
No, I don't feel sorry for you at all.
Why don't you listen to that voice that tells you that this is your home? Wouldn't it be a shame after everything that we've been through? All the lessons that we've learned? If we could just, play our cards right this time, instead of folding and quitting, our marriage could finally work.
I know how to sit, how to fetch, and how to roll over. What I don't know is how I ended up in here. But I know that I am a good dog, and I just want to go home. When you buy Pedigree, we make a donation to help shelter dogs find loving homes. The Pedigree Adoption Drive. Help us help dogs.
My life changed in an instant. I lost my job, and as a result, I lost my health insurance. The first thought in my head was, how am I going to get my medication?
Alex, today at 3 on ABC 26.
I'm embarrassed you again.
You never embarrassed me. Hey, what's going on?
I don't know, life happened when you least expected, I guess.
Hey, you are a role model, Robin. I tell Maxie and Georgie to be just like you. You're messing that up for me.
Well, don't tell them that because I am not a role model. Look at me, I'm a dope.
Is that so?
I love Patrick so much. And he says that he loves me, but obviously we have some different idea about what love is. His stupid old frat friend, Pete, convinced him to go to Vegas and get drunk and have sex with strippers. But don't worry, I'm sure he brought 1 million condoms, which of course, he'll only use about half.
You don't trust Patrick?
The truth is, I want to believe that it's his friend that convinced him to go, but Patrick doesn't do anything he doesn't want to do. Patrick wanted to go on this road trip, which means that he's not ready to be in a committed relationship, so I need to back off so he doesn't completely break my heart. The truth is, I was kind of getting used to the idea of being in love again.
The guy's not good enough for you.
No, he's not. But I love him anyway.
Welcome home. What a joy to see you and your son together again. And you, Miss Lulu.
Thank you, Alfred. We are so glad to be here.
I have tea set out, and your Aunt Alexis called and said she would like to stop by later to see you both if she feels up to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you mind taking Spencer upstairs for me? Norma said that she'd have his bath ready.
It would be my honor. Here, go to Alfred. Go, Alfred.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Mr. Nicholas, I can't tell you how I regret not seeing Colleen for what she really was. I feel I let you down. If you need to replace me, I'll understand.
No, Alfred, Colleen deceived us all, and please don't speak of leaving right now. I couldn't manage without you. Thanks. Norma, yes. Spencer's first nanny. She worked for Jack's. And in my arrogance, I let her go, but she's agreed to live here and help me take care of Spencer.
Well, stop blaming yourself. No one else could have known.
I'll try. So how are you? You certainly were eager to help me get this afternoon together. Is there something else going on?
Lucky asked Elizabeth to marry him last night.
Oh. It's a bit soon, don't you think, since the divorce just went through?
Yeah, well, that's the point. And at the hospital, Elizabeth wasn't wearing the ring that Lucky gave her. What if she turned him down?
That could be a disaster. Why is that? What are you afraid I'll do?
Lucky asked you to marry him? That's wonderful. Or not.
I'm not ready to try again. I don't know if I'll ever be ready.
Yeah, I heard about what Maxie did, faking her pregnancy. I thought, if anything, it would pull you and Lucky a little closer together.
There has been so much damage over the past couple months. I just don't know if I want to let myself trust him again.
So you said no last night?
I couldn't. Because I'm so afraid he's going to start using again.
I don't disagree.
If he has me and the kids in his life, then he has a better chance of staying in recovery.
Do you love Lucky anymore?
I've always loved him. I don't know what to do right now.
I can only share what happened to me. I was convinced that Nicholas and I didn't stand a chance. But little by little, I started to let myself trust him again. And one day, I was amazed to realize that I had fallen in love with Nicholas all over again. There is a chance that you could find yourself falling in love with the same man that you've always loved. If you just let yourself.
I was using the pot to help me deal with the chemo, and Rick caught me, and he's using it against me to say that I'm an unfit mother, so I can use any help that anybody wants to give me.
Even from me.
I would really appreciate it if you could just say that the children were very well adjusted when they came to stay with you both for that short time when I was in the hospital. And look, you don't even have to say that I'm a good mother. If you just say that I'm not a bad mother, it would help. It would also be a very gracious gesture to the children. Anything that you would say would really contribute to helping me.
You want me to testify under oath that you're a good mother? I can do that.
You can. I really appreciate that.
It wouldn't even be perjury. You and I are never going to be friends. But I know you love your children. You throw yourself under a train for them. I have no problem at all testifying that Christina and Molly will be much better off with you.
It's really very nice of you, Carly. It is. And I want you to both feel free to burst out laughing when I walk out of the room. I'll have no problem with that. A, because I am standing here begging you for help. And B, because I was smoking pot.
There's nothing funny about cancer. And okay, you know, the way you got a little creative on how you dealt with your chemo may make me smile. But whatever you have to do, Alexis, do it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll see you in court.
You can be truly magnificent.
What is this? Garbage?
No, these are our bills.
Looks like garbage.
No, these are our bills. How can you just toss out our bills?
I got people. They took care of it.
You got people.
I got people.
You got
Lost returns Wednesday, February 7th at a new time, 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Rick Lansing's office now admits that they have no case. So they are willing to let you plead self-defense, which probably means making the charges disappear entirely.
Starving.
You want me to extend your legal difficulties?
Look, once the charges are dropped, Carly's gonna want a divorce. Carly has to believe that my freedom depends on us staying married. I'm not gonna get into why. Keep the charges against me alive until I tell you otherwise.
But Rick Lansing knows that he's got
Diane, you're not hearing me. I do not care if I can be exonerated. The case against me cannot be dropped. I can't give Carly an excuse to leave.
Bail's all set. They expect you to plead to a misdemeanor, no contest, pay a fine. Good news is we can go home.
You can go home. I'm not going with you.
Robin, what are you talking about?
Okay, what did you find? What, you're very healthy, Sam. And as far as I can tell, you've fully recovered from the abruptia placenta.
Thank you. Okay, I pretty much expected that, so stay patient, keep trying, yeah?
I'm afraid there's another complication. Sam, I'm sorry, but I don't believe you'll ever be able to get pregnant.
Come on, Lorenzo. Can I have just a teeny tiny peek of my Valentine's Day present?
Now you understand why I keep this lock in the vault. She simply can't be trusted.
Oh, that is so unfair. Valentine's Day is weeks away, and you know I believe in instant gratification.
I know. Would you oblige me and block the ladies' view? Happy to.
Well, I have to say that neither one of you understand the nature of women. Don't you know what unlike surprises when we know exactly what they are?
All safe and sound.
Well, I'm not having any fun here at all.
Well, we're gonna fix that right now, sweetheart. You can put this back in the vault. Thank you for your help.
If Alcazar won't give us this shipment, we'll have to take it.
Thank you all for coming tonight. Spencer and I have been through some, shall we say, difficult times in his short life. But I believe that all of the love and prayers and support of his family has brought us home. Now, some of you may or may not know, at the end of our latest adventure, Emily and Spencer and I found ourselves in a cathedral in St. Petersburg. Yes. But anyway, we decided to go ahead and have Spencer baptized there. And I wish all of our families could have been there, as does Spencer Alexei Nikolaevich Cassadine.
Nice.
I owe a special debt of gratitude and love to Spencer's godmother, Emily. She never gave up on any of us.
To Emily.
To my brother, who brought his son home safe and sound.
Hey, it's happy time, crying time.
That's why I'm crying.
Listen, after all we've been through, there's nothing in this world you have to fear anymore. You know that, don't you? Yeah. I'll never let anything tear us apart again, I promise.
To family.
Oh. Look at that. Let's get over here.
Stay tuned for scenes for the next General Hospital.
Thanks for calling Dell. What can we build for you?
My family needs a new computer.
Great. Let's get started.
Tell us how you want to use your computer, and we'll build it together. Because at Dell, we don't build technology for just anyone. We build it for only one. You. Dell. Purely you. This Inspiron E1405 with Media Direct gives you access to your media and select Office applications without booting up. All powered by an Intel Core 2 Duo processor.
Hey, Mark! You got a cough that won't quit? This Robitussin will get it under control.
Donna, you've got the flu. This Robitussin will help you feel better.
No matter what you've got, there's Robitussin relief with your name on it.
Scrubbing Bubbles Automatic Shower Cleaner is so easy. It's like having a maid. On tall showers, wide showers, even tight corners. Clean soap, scum, mold, and mildew stains in days. Keeps a clean shower clean from day one. 360 degrees for every wall, every corner, every part of your shower. Scrubbing Bubbles Automatic Shower Cleaner. Made for your shower. Now with a free shower caddy at participating stores.
So you're celebrating the big 6-0, huh? 60? Come on.
60, as in 60.
What?
Only Light and Fit has 0 fat, 0 added sugar, and 60 calories. And it's tasty as ever. So go ahead, celebrate Light and Fit and 60 calories.
The difference between looking into his eyes and falling into his arms? Smoothness. New Nivea Smooth Sensation Moisturizer. Touch and be touched.
In my opinion, happiness is having the people you love around you.
I work days and he works nights.
Our lives cross over dinner. That's when we learn about each other.
And Hamburger Helper's there to help. With 1 pound and 1 pan, you've got a meal everyone loves.
Sitting down to dinner is very important to us.
1 pound, 1 pan.
One happy family!
And now try new microwave singles. Just add water and microwave for the perfect mini meal anytime. New microwave singles. Mini meal, big taste.
If you torture your hair with drying or styling, the damage can add up. New Pantene Time Renewal undoes up to 2 years of damage in just 1 month. Log on to timerenewal.com for a valuable coupon.
Having a healthy mouth, a healthy smile is important to me. Not just as an actress, but as a mom. That's why I like to keep my mouth healthy and protected all day. My dentist recommended Colgate Total. It's the only toothpaste I use.
Only Colgate Total creates a unique protective barrier that's clinically proven to fight germs for a full 12 hours.
Well, a healthy mouth's important to me because I spend my days face to face with some very important people.
12-hour germ-fighting Colgate Total, #1 recommended most by dentists.
And me.
Extreme Makeover Home Edition, 8/7 Central, ABC Sunday.
On the next General Hospital.
It's the hospital's fundraiser.
That's tonight. We will both be there.
So will Lucky and Elizabeth.
I can't have a baby because I was shot.
Is there a problem?
Did I have to marry you to keep you?
Matt Greenbaum is a graduate of Columbia University and Tulane Law School. And for nearly 30 years, he's dedicated himself to fighting for the rights of working people who've been denied their Social Security benefits. His experience and knowledge of the Social Security system have gotten results and brought peace of mind to more than 10,000 clients. When your lifetime of benefits is on the line, call the name you know, Matt Greenbaum.
Call me and let me fight for you.
I'm an electronics engineer for a corporation that handles various government research projects. I'm responsible for about 5 or 6 technicians, and it's a pretty good position. I'm also a musician, and I teach guitar, and I play in a band. I used to work about 7 days a week for very little pay, so I decided to go to ITT Tech. I had good teachers who guided me and taught me how to be professional. My grandfather is the most influential person in my life. He raised me right and taught me never to quit. My 2 passions in life are music and engineering. I wake up every day knowing that everything that I have is mine, and I've worked hard for it. That's an accomplishment that makes you feel like the biggest man on earth.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web. Get an education that can help you reach your goals. ITT Tech has information on financial aid programs for those who qualify. Call 1-800-ITT-TECH today.
The powerful new Storm View, only on ABC 26 News. Getting answers.
Today on Judge Alex.
He says his neighbor's fence bashed his baby.
I was going to church, and I took the cover off.